In a season where almost every smartwatch maker is emphasizing style over smarts for their second-generation wearables, Asus is going another way. The company's newest smartwatch has some style, but its main claim to fame is delivering a solid Android Wear experience for half the price of the competition. I'm Michael Fisher with Pocket Now. Let's see what it's all about in our video review of the Asus ZenWatch 2. As you may recall from our hands-on at IFA 2015 in Berlin, the ZenWatch 2 comes in two sizes. The one we're reviewing here is the larger trim, and while it's slimmer than both its cousin and most of the competition, it's also substantially bigger on its face. It's kind of a big square pancake of a watch. If your wrists are more slender, you'll definitely want to go for the smaller option, despite its added girth and thicker bezels. The ZenWatch 2 makes some compromises when compared to its more expensive circular competition. Removable though it is, the entry-level watch band is rubber instead of leather. The crown button doesn't offer much mechanical feedback, and the backplate, though pockmarked by plenty of casing penetrations, doesn't feature the heart rate sensor that's become something of a standard on Android Wear watches. On the flip side is where the ZenWatch 2 gets the chance to shine. Under the Gorilla Glass 3 sits a 320 by 320 display with a pixel density of 277 pixels per inch. That slots it in slightly below the Huawei watch, but above the larger Moto 360 second generation. At 1.63 inches, you're probably not going to be able to tell minute differences in resolution, but you will be impressed by the brightness and contrast of this AMOLED panel. Asus showcases that display with a wide variety of watch faces. 24 were pre-installed on our demo device. There's no ambient light sensor here, so you have to adjust brightness manually, but that's common to most Android wearables at this point. The software experience is a familiar one. Android Wear 1.3 is powered here by a Snapdragon 400 processor and a half gig of RAM, pretty standard, and also standard is the 4 gigs of storage for music. In terms of responsiveness, it's about average, with occasional stutters and dropped frames in animation. Keep in mind, we saw the same thing on the new Moto 360, though, so this is less an indication of hardware trouble than quirks of the Android Wear platform itself. And those quirks show themselves in other areas as well, like the card flip gestures that only work when they want to, it seems like, and voice command that does the same. It's working well in this shot, but that's because we had a camera on it. Where the ZenWatch 2 specifically falls a little short is in these random Bluetooth disconnections. This happens on every Android Wear device. The watch just occasionally disconnects for no reason. But you'd think that this would have been fixed after over a year on the market. Where Asus has differentiated, it's done so mainly on the phone software side. You download the ZenWatch Manager and you're prompted to pick up a bunch of companion apps ranging from the fitness tracking wellness suite to the remote camera app we saw demonstrated in Berlin. This is surprisingly fully featured. It lets you control the flash and switch cameras and toggle between photos and video, and you can capture shots using either a tap or a wrist flick. It also gives you a live viewfinder preview while you're doing it. There are a few nice surprises further down the list too, like a phone helper that brings some of your smartphone's feature toggles over the watch, though only some of them seem to work, at least on our Galaxy S6. Fortunately, the SOS function does better. This sends a custom text message to an emergency contact of your choice with just one tap. It'd be nice if this feature could be wired into the button instead, but those functions are all used up with the menu, theater mode, and brightness boost shortcuts. In everyday use, the ZenWatch 2 performs its basic functions well. Notifications come in with a strong but brief buzz, and the watch can handle everything from dishwashing to a brisk autumn swim, thanks to its IP67 water and dust resistance. The larger edition packs a 400 mAh battery, which usually lasts us about 1.5 days on a charge, and it's easy to top up using the included magnetic charging cable. The smaller version carries a 300 mAh pack, so it'll probably need to be replenished a bit more often, but in either case, you're going to want to charge each of these every night. Asus's strategy with the ZenWatch 2 is basically the same as it was last year, and it's pretty easily summed up. Deliver reasonably good looks and solid features for half the price. It's this value proposition that really stands out. Sometimes it feels like smartwatches are enjoying a bit of a bubble. In this crazy world of $300 to $800 smartwatches, Asus feels like one of very few companies actually charging a reasonable price for this accessory. Even if you spring for the extra $20 and get the leather bands being offered by Best Buy, or the smaller, more expensive model, the ZenWatch 2 is a ridiculously good value. It's too big for most of our wrists, and we're very drawn to the more refined look of the competition. But for a first-time smartwatch buyer, or someone looking to make the jump to Android Wear without spending a lot of money, the Asus ZenWatch 2 does a very nice job for the price. Just make sure to try it on before the return period ends to make sure your wrists are thick enough to take it. We've got a bit more on the ZenWatch 2 and our full written review at Pocket Now. Check out the link in the description below on October 14th. And yes, we will have our Moto 360 2nd Gen review up very soon here on YouTube and at pocketnow.com. Till next time, this has been Michael Fisher, Captain Two Phones on Twitter, urging you to keep a close watch on your own personal Zen. I don't know what that means. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.